London, a rented room above a bookshop, sometime past midnight in the early 1750s. A heavy-set man hunches over a small writing desk by candlelight, ink pooling slightly where his pen has hovered too long over the page. He's writing the same sentence he's written dozens of times before. Tomorrow I will rise early. Tomorrow I will work without interruption. Downstairs, unbound pages of an English dictionary he was contracted to finish in 3 years sit stacked and incomplete, years behind schedule. By the time he signed the contract, Samuel Johnson was already one of London's sharpest minds, and already a man who spent mornings unable to leave bed. His publishers expected the work finished in 3 years. He knew his own mind was the obstacle standing between him and the deadline. In 1752, midway through the project, his wife Elizabeth, the woman he affectionately called Tetty, died. The loss didn't just interrupt his work, it hollowed out the reason he'd been telling himself he was doing any of it. He wrote of a grief so heavy it made even his old paralysis feel like a luxury he could no longer justify feeling guilty about. The procrastination he used to be ashamed of now had actual grief standing next to it, daring him to tell the two apart. Johnson filled his days with reading other men's books and long tavern conversations that ran late into the night. It felt productive, it wasn't progress. Years slipped by this way, the dictionary no closer to done. His creditors and backers grew quietly uneasy about a project that had already blown far past its deadline. Motion isn't the same as movement, it just spends the same hours without costing you the discomfort of the real work. Years earlier, Johnson had approached the Earl of Chesterfield for patronage and been all but ignored. Now, with the work nearly done, Chesterfield published 2 flattering essays suggesting the dictionary should be dedicated to him. Johnson asked whether a patron wasn't simply someone who watches a man struggle in the water and only offers a hand once he's already swum to shore. The fury at being offered credit he hadn't earned pulled him out of the paralysis. He refused further offers of assistance. There was no dramatic montage of triumph here, just the unglamorous accumulation of definitions long after the excitement of the project had worn off. In April 1755, a dictionary of the English language was published. 2 enormous folio volumes, over 40,000 words defined. Compare that to the French Academy's dictionary, compiled by 40 scholars over 40 years. When someone pointed out the disparity, he answered, "That was simply the proportion of an Englishman to a Frenchman." That same diary holds one more line from the week the dictionary was finished. It isn't a resolution. It simply says the work is done. After a lifetime of writing tomorrow in the dark, the last entry was written for once, entirely in the present tense.